What's up, everyone? To all my graffiti family, we're over here by 189th Street, Webster Ave, in front of the infamous Carvel's. If you know, you know. But yeah, we out here. We're scheduled to paint sometime next week. I know some of the artists are coming in midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, to get their thing going, and we should be completed by this weekend. Hopefully, we'll put a dope production together and knock this wall out. We're looking to potentially do it every summer and get a new batch of artists. Got a lot of layers of paint, man. A lot of years. We've been on this wall probably way over 25 years, man. It's funny because it all started with just tags. Every time we got a new cap, we'll come out here and test it. And it was just, this wall was covered with like hundreds of tags. We're outside the Botanica Wall. We just finished buffing it for this year's production. Some of the artists we got coming on this year is, of course, my man Ovie. Big props to him, man. He's kind of taking this wall as his own personal project, helping get some of the artists together and reaching out to certain individuals to come through and, you know, help out, be part of the production. And yeah, we've got, I'm on it, Ovie's on it. We bringing King B back, UW. We bringing my man Pase, who's one of my early mentors, especially, you know, when it came to piecing. So he's gonna come through. We're bringing BG from Take's crew. Obviously, everybody knows Take's crew. You know, they're the world's famous. And yeah, we're out here doing this wall. Been rocking it 25 years plus. And this was a wall where we used to come and just test our cabs, test our paint. You know, we used to just fuck around on it, do some fillings, some throw-ups. And then my man Sai, he came on. I think he had like the first production on here. And after that, I just took it over and I ran with it. You know, we've had like many different artists come through and bless us on this wall, you know, and I thank them for their contribution. And we just try to keep it fresh. This is one of the things we try to do at least once a year now. Before, the wall would rock, you know, a couple of years, shit'd get ragged. You know, people would take tags on it, but, you know, since Ovie and I kind of came together, you know, he's been like on my back to make sure that we remain fresh and brand new on this wall at least once a year, you know? So that's kind of dope, you know? Okay. Yeah. This is my only wall. I'm done with the scene. I'm not really interested in coming out here. I don't know how many years I have left on this wall or if I even want it, but eventually I'll pass it on to him and he can keep rocking with it. He's heavily active. He's involved in like multi-city battles with Chicago, LA. He's a big part of the Boone Avenue production. So, you know, when I'm done with it, I'll pass it on to him and pass the torch to him and he can continue rocking with it, you know? For me, I'm pretty much done with this whole scene and, you know, I've moved on to other things. I'd rather be fishing right now than painting, so, you know, but yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, I just want to give a shout out, man, to the Botanica. If you into, you know, this type of movement, religious supplies, man, you know, we've known the owner for years. He's passed and his family still runs the business, man, but they've allowed us to come here like anytime and express ourselves. They've never put restrictions on us or tell us what we can and cannot do. If anything, they've always been very supportive of what we do here, and they actually appreciate it. I mean, except for Halloween, when there ain't no Halloween productions going on in here. Kind of contra what they believe in, you know, it's actually what, you know, what they're against. There were some of the earlier people that were involved with the Botanica and always very supportive, very friendly, and have allowed us to come out here and just express ourselves, you know, and they're thankful for that. If not, we'd have a wall just full of tags and throw-ups and fillings. Not that I'm against it, but I think we're able to come through once a year now, put a tight production together and, you know, bless it, man. So, yeah, we're looking forward. We'll be out here next week. I think some of the artists are coming midweek, excuse me, to start their pieces, and then we should be finished by the weekend. So if you're around, come through, show us some love. You know, we here. If you for the bullshit, please don't come. Just coming out, grown folks, putting some pieces together, and you know, moving on to the next project. You know, so come through, stop by, show us some love, say what's up. If you got a black book, bring it through. We'd gladly sign it. And yeah, man, we look forward to it. You know.
All right, starting from the right, state your name and where you from.
State your name. You know what we doing? Oh,
My name is Mike.
Go ahead, Louie.
Big Lou 167, HRBX, all day, every day.
Go ahead, Rule.
Yo, it's the RUEL, Rule.
Oh, this shit came with raps.
Rule, RUEL, Rule.
Rule.
HR, you know, the whole team here right here. And Tabe is around here somewhere hiding.
Tabe.
Hey,
What year did you get down with HR?
Shit, Louis started HR.
Now they're not called DJs, they call mixologists.
That's a fact.
What we done and what they do. Listen, me personally, I was brought up in that generation. Yo, hairstyle first. Yeah, an hairstyle, you can't do shit. Throw up, you not throw up, you ain't doing shit. Yo, your throw was okay, now you can rock, nigga.
Yeah, but all that shit is out the window.
But this is where I grew up.
Yeah, but this is
Retards,
Yeah, let's see.
that's whips and scheme.
Well, the original was Sin 7, Zen, and Soda. C, we used to write Soda, and Core, C-O-R.
Yes, sucks.
Live was out there. Who? Yeah, live. Yeah, live. And then C.
Yes, sucks.
C's supposed to come out.
Fuck you, get the fuck out. How's that?
They pop the trunk, all of them pull out milk crates. And I said, what the fuck is this?
Oh shit.
Hold up. I said, what? All these niggas is bombing with milk crates? Okay, guess what? Every time I went bombing, I had a milk crate. And I'm 6'1". So now I'm even tagging higher than them. Right? With fat cats. Yo, bro, this is how I do it. I slice it. Now Rule takes that and he runs with it. He starts paying. Rule and I ain't bombing together. Now who he's bombing with? Yo, this is a little trick Lou showed me. You're supposed to pass it on to the next generation. We are all supposed to have that one little cat on the block that admires what you're doing and wants to do it and grab them and leave them. And pass the, you pass the tradition on. You pass the torch on. That's why there's no rules.
But at that point, at that time,